Hello and welcome to the Legislative Report. I'm State Representative Rosemary M, and welcome to my Senior Expo along with the co-sponsor of Representative Mike Peifer. We're here at Dingman Township Fire Hall, and as you can see behind me, there's a lot of seniors really taking advantage of some of the services and the providers that are here today. But for those of you who are not able to attend, I hope this program will be helpful to you to help guide you in some way that you can utilize the services as well in Pike County. Keith Razor, the Director of Transportation of Pike County. Welcome, Keith.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming today to the Senior Expo.
Oh, it's great. We were here last year and signed up a lot of people, and I'm sure we will this year too.
Well, we know that Pike County is a very rural part of Pennsylvania, and with our seniors, that it's very important that they are aware of the transportation opportunities that are out there, because sometimes it is difficult and it creates an obstacle for them to go out and use services and be able to be out and enjoy Pike County.
Right.
So what I'm hoping to do a little bit today with you is give a quick synopsis of some of the things for the seniors, for people that couldn't attend today, for transportation, what we have, what works best for most seniors, and how your whole program works.
Okay. Well, for the seniors, we run a shared ride program, 65 and over. And you have to be signed up for it. We have applications here. They have applications online. And once you fill out the application and send it in, it takes about 4 to 5 days to get registered. And then if you want to go to the Senior Center in Delaware Township, which is a new one, or if you want to go to Blooming Grove or Lackawaxen, we take you there on certain days. And what happened is that we take seniors shopping, grocery shopping, to the drugstore, and medical trip, anywhere they have to go. It's very economical, and it's a great asset. In a rural county like this, a lot of people do drive, but sometimes they don't want to drive that far. To take over to Scranton to a doctor or to a hospital, that type of thing, and we maneuver them all around.
And it's safe as well, which
it's very
nice
safe.
Too.
All of my drivers are long-term drivers. They're all trained in the lifts for wheelchair accessibility. Most of the vehicles are wheelchair accessible. And we have great cooperation from PennDOT and the Pennsylvania Lottery towards the price of the vehicles, and it works out very well.
We're very supportive of that. You know that.
I know that. And
now, for the pricing for shared ride, so that it helps seniors understand what they're responsible for.
Sure.
Details,
if
right?
our brochure lists everything. Just to give you a hypothetical, if they're going out of the county more than 20 miles, it's $3 one way. So if someone goes from here to the Scranton area, it may be a $6 to $8 round trip. But the price of gas is $4 a gallon.
No, absolutely, and that's actually very good because that's a long trip.
That's a long trip.
I would think a lot of people probably stay within the local area.
A lot of them in the local area. They have doctors locally, physical therapists, dentists, shopping, that type of thing they need to get to.
Great. Anything else for the seniors that you think they should know about the transportation?
The one thing that I would like to just mention is the fact that the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania has supported the transportation agencies in each county taking someone to get a photo ID at the driver's license center if they need it. And if they do need to go to photo ID, all they have to do is call us. We'll be happy to pick them up and take them.
That's a good point. That's a very good point, because I know in my office as well that we're encouraging if somebody has any issue with getting there.
Yeah, we're not getting too many calls. In a rural area like this, most people drive.
Right, absolutely.
Not an urban area.
Absolutely. Well, Keith, thank you very much for all the services you provide to Pike County. And I know everybody really enjoys utilizing the transportation. So thank you. Thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
I'm Sheriff Phil Buki, Pike County Sheriff. It's an honor to be here today. I want to thank both the representatives, Mike Peifer and Rosemary M. This is an outstanding opportunity for seniors to come to the county, to have all kinds of information for them, from safety to health care. The Sheriff's Office is very instrumental on providing safety programs on fraud, scams, and also we have a new program called the Drug Take-Back Day. There's a lot of prescription drugs that are being out there that are being abused by our young people and our youth, and also a lot of the seniors last year at this expo were really worried about what to do and how to dispose of their drugs. So this year, with the help of both our representatives, we set up a booth this year. We are collecting all controlled and non-controlled drugs, and we will dispose of them in a safe way. They can always get a hold of us at the Pike County Sheriff's Office, 570-296-6459.
I'm here with Robin, the Executive Director of the Pike County Area Agency on the Aging. And Robin, you are really a focal point of the Senior Expo because of the aging population, and obviously you have so many services and directions that you can give our seniors.
We do. We're very proud to have as many services we have. We're lottery-based funding. We're doing a lot of primetime health programs. Here today we have a Sit and Be Fit. We have senior centers represented here. We have 3 senior centers in Pike County. One is in Delaware Township, right down the road. We have one in Lackawaxen and one in Blooming Grove, where our office is. We have nutritious lunches every day. We serve our home-delivered meals out of the senior centers, and then in the office itself, we have our social workers, our aging care managers, service coordinators, as they're known now, to help consumers get through long-term care services. Whether it's a facility placement or they need a personal care aide in their home to take care of them, we work people through the system and provide as many options as there are out there for them to age in place.
Well, and it can be very confusing and scary for a senior getting ready to need some services. So really one of the first stops I know in my office, we send them right to you as one of the first stops, because that is the place where you begin your phase of what you're going to do and the options that are out there for you.
Right. We're the front door entrance, I guess you could talk to long-term services. It is confusing. It's very overwhelming for somebody who maybe has to take care of their mom or dad and they're still working, but mom wants to stay home. There are options out there. There's agencies out there, professional, wonderful service agencies that help them. Our care managers help them show the different programs that are out there. Some of them are family caregivers, so helping the caregiver for those out-of-pocket expenses that can be devastating as they build up. So we like to help the families make decisions, and we include the family because that's the root of the caregiving. We promote socialization. So if at all possible, we would like them to come into the senior centers to do healthy, nutritious, get timely information. We've had fraud speakers. We've had the Sheriff Bukies come. We've had different Department of Health, all different service agencies come. And we work together because we are limited in our funding, but when we work with the other agencies in the county, it helps a lot, and then we're getting the good information out there. We have flu shot clinics are coming up in October at all 3 senior centers. We got the Department of Health grant again this year, very beneficial, and our Farmers Market Nutrition Program is still going strong. Mr. Ritter, Jim Ritter, brings his farm stand to Blooming Grove every month and sets up produce, and people can come there, use their vouchers, or he takes cash and then buy all kinds of fruits and vegetables from his Pennsylvania farm. So,
good. I didn't know that he was doing that, so that's really a great.
Because of our rural nature, it's hard for people to get to a farm stand, so he actually brings his farm stand to Blooming Grove.
Well, and also you work with Pike County Transportation, so if a senior wants to get to your center and really wants to do the socialization, the programs, and the lunches, work very well with Keith from the Pike County Transportation so that you can get them there.
That's for sure. They call 296-3408. They can get a ride. They can get signed up. They do people with disabilities and seniors. So it's always nice that the bus drivers are like, I call them caseworkers with a CDL because they're so good with the consumers, but we work very close with the transportation department. And for their medical trips too, they need to know that they can get to those doctors that might not be in Pike County. They might have to go to Stroudsburg or Honesdale. So it's there for their use for a nominal fee. The fees are from 75 cents to $4 one way, and it's very economical with the price of gas today.
Absolutely.
I want to ride the van.
Me too. Robin, thank you. For the seniors that were not able to get to the Senior Expo today, the Pike County Area Agency on the Aging is really a wonderful, wonderful office, and they can really help you get started with some of the services in the area. So thank you again for being here.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Thanks.
My name is Mary Kate Grandy. I'm a social worker with the blind and Visual Services. I'm a state agency and we're under OVR. We offer an array of services for newborns to elderly. Our services include vocational counselors that would help people who are blind or visually impaired with employment. We have students that are in college that we would help with technology for them if they're blind or visually impaired. We have a social worker that will go out and assess these clients to see what services they may need and would make recommendations. We also have rehab teachers that would go out to the home and make it accessible for them. They would mark stoves or appliances so that people that are blind or visually impaired can use these appliances. They would help them with aids or devices they might need, and we have some aids and devices here. We have large key telephones. We have magnifiers that a rehab teacher may help them with. They help them with Braille, especially with children or students. There's liquid magnifiers, so there's different devices and aids that would benefit the visually impaired and help them be very independent in their home. We also have orientation and mobility specialists that a lot of people aren't aware of, and they are an individual that would come out and help them move around safely in their home. They would get them canes. Example, they may want to take the bus to the store. They will get on the bus with them and show them the proper way, if you're visually impaired or blind, to maneuver the curbs, get to the store, and become more familiar with their environment. And we also make recommendations for evaluations with the doctors. They're called low vision evaluations, and the doctor will then make recommendations to us. And as a state agency, if they're eligible for our services, we will pay for some of those devices that will make it a lot easier for them to become more independent in their home. They make jobs handicapped accessible for them, so it could be any job. And what we do is try to get them devices that may help them. They may need a special magnifier. They might work on computers, so they will get a big keyboard. So the vocational counselor would work with them to see what devices or needs they may have to help them with their employment.
Do you have a component where you actually reach out to businesses to let them know that they're able to hire someone like that?
Yes, the vocational counselors do have businesses that they would contact. They have resources, so absolutely. Our office is in the Northeast Pennsylvania, so we do all of Northeast region. So they could contact at area code 570-826-2361, and they could just make a referral to us. We would then send them a release of information, get an eye report. To qualify for our program, you have to be 20/70 with your best correction or field loss. And there's a lot of factors that are brought into play. So all they need to do is call our office, and then we would take it from there.
We're here now with what we like to refer to as Chief Bill from the Dingman Fire Department. And Chief Bill has done such a great job here, and we're at our Senior Expo. So, Bill, there's so many services that the fire department provides, not only for the seniors, but also for the full community. So we thought it was important that we give the fire department, and you specifically, a chance to talk about what services you do, not just fires, but what you do for our community.
We provide, like you said, primarily fire as well as EMS services to everybody within the township, as well as our transient friends and neighbors that come by and spend their time up here in the Poconos with us. It's a long, drawn-out day for most everybody. We try to keep crews available so that the call comes in and we're able to run and go and get the job done. These days it's getting a little tough. Money's getting a little tight. Volunteerism is down. It's not like it used to be, where there was 700,000 volunteers across the Commonwealth. Now we're lucky if there's 300,000. So it's tough. We're trying to keep a job in the economy today, and volunteering time, it gets tough. But I'd like to thank everybody who does come out and help us, whether it's 50 cents or $1 at a coin toss or a donation letter, or you come down and spend time with us helping everybody else out.
And we know it's important because not all fire departments are volunteer. But we have volunteer fire departments in my district and Representative Peifer's district. So it's really important for people to understand what that means to an area.
That's correct. If we had to pay here in the township for a full-time fire department staffed, you're looking at the average of approximately $50 an hour per person to staff this. That includes the salary, the benefits, clothing, just clothing alone, the protective gear alone. To outfit one person, you're looking at $6,500 to $7,500 per person just to clothe them, and they have to be changed almost every other year, depending on the type of duty that we get into and how worn they get. So it gets to be a big expense. And on top of that, there's 4 or 5 different apparatuses that do different jobs. Those alone have also increased in price. Where a couple of years back, you can get a decent fire piece apparatus for $300,000-400,000 now. Now they're up to $700,000-800,000 to do the same thing that we did years ago. So,
thank you. Go ahead.
You know, Chief, I think Pike County with their new training center has really made an investment into our volunteers. I'd like you to just expand upon that a little bit. The new center in Blooming Grove is a vision of our commissioners. It's something that we're very proud of to support because we understand the cost of the volunteers, and we feel as legislators the importance of giving you the training and equipment to do your jobs as a volunteer. The second piece I'd like to answer, you talked a little bit about our population of people. We're right after the Labor Day holiday. We all know that people love to come to the Poconos and recreate, so we do have a different population on Labor Day weekend than we do in January. We've got thousands and thousands of more people here that are not used to the roads, not used to the services, and maybe you can expand on how you serve those additional people when they're here.
Great. Let's start with the center. For years and years, we used to pick a fire company that would host a training seminar, a weekend or day or whatever the training was going to be able to provide for us. With the inception of the new training facility, it's centrally located, it's modern, all the facilities are there that we need, all the training props are there. And with the good foresight of the commissioners of Pike County, the fire department members, the federation, that all sat together to put this to make it happen was a wonderful thing, and we're using it. It's a wonderful expansion to the training here in Pike County that we don't have to travel a couple, 3-4 hours to get to where these particular props are. As far as our vacationing neighbors, they're wonderful. We love to have them here. We provide the same help that we provide our residents. If they need attention, either medically or firematically, we're there. It's at no cost to them. Ambulance calls, though, we do back bill through the insurance companies to help make up the differences. But the services are free. They're free from volunteers. And transients, vacationers, weekenders get the same treatment that anybody who lives here gets. So, we're pleased to help anybody. It's just a matter of making a phone call. It's 570-686-3696. There's a station number. It's an answering machine, but we'll get to them pretty quickly and be able to come out and help you should the need arise.
Well, we are just so proud of you and all your volunteers. And, I represent the 139th District, which includes Monroe, Pike, and Wayne counties. But, we couldn't. We're always thankful for what you do and your time and devotion to the people here. And I just want to personally say thank you, and I'll give the mic back to Representative Brown.
But on that note, let me finish up here just a little bit. I can't do it without the volunteers. Right. All right. I have the best set of volunteers that anybody can give me $1 for. If it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for the help from the township, if it wasn't the help from the local representatives, we wouldn't be here to be able to do this for the people free of charge. Okay, so it takes a little money and takes the help, and we appreciate that.
Well, Bill, we'll close out with also you have a breakfast here, so if people want to help support the fire department, they can come out and help you a little bit by donating?
Yes, it's usually the first Sunday of the month. You can watch our new sign. The dates and the times are up. It's $6 for adults, it's $3 for children, and children under 3 is free, I believe. But it's $6 and it's all you can eat. It's a wonderful breakfast. You all come down and eat.
Good donation.
Yes, it is great.
Great. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
My name is Madeline Capola. I am the tutor coordinator with Wayne Pike Adult Literacy Program. We're here today to recruit volunteers to become tutors, to train tutors to help individuals in both Pike and Wayne counties to improve their educational skills. Pike and Wayne counties' population is growing. We have, according to the census, we have about 101,191 people reported in 2011, and 19% of those people are in need of improving their educational skills. What we provide is help with studying for the GED so that people can move forward and get the jobs that they need. We also have programs in both correctional facilities, Pike County Correctional Facility as well as Wayne County Correctional Facility. And our volunteer tutors go into these correctional facilities to help tutor inmates, both male and female inmates, as well as provide life skills programs to help reduce recidivism. So when these people return to our communities, they are in a better position to be able to improve their lives.
Now, as a tutor, do you have any stories that you can tell about how improving reading skills has changed somebody's life?
Oh, absolutely. I have a student right now who is ESL. She wanted so much to get a job, and her speaking skills are still quite primitive, but she is so eager. And she and I worked together, and at the end she was able to take the test for a dental assistant. To pass the test, she has her state license, and she is working full-time as a dental assistant in Port Jervis. That's just one of many. I've been tutoring for 14 years. I'm a member of the board for about 8. The board of directors tries to keep funding. We have all kinds of fundraisers, and we've been working for 26 years. We have gotten GEDs. We have people who have passed their citizenship tests. We have people who I have gotten 2 of my students' driver's permits. They were able to pass those tests. So we do a variety of things. We don't turn anyone away. Everyone who comes and needs help, we help.
You can contact our office. We are housed in the Wayne County Public Library in Honesdale. Our office number is 253-3221. My direct line as tutor coordinator is 253-3233. Training volunteers does not have to be in the Honesdale Library. I go to many different sites throughout Pike and Wayne County, including the public libraries, houses of worship, and government agencies such as the Pike County Extension Office, where we have tutors tutoring students in there as well. And as a matter of fact, we made some wonderful contacts today, and we're going to be broadening our sites. We've had people who have offered tutoring space to us. So we're very pleased with that. We are the only free tutoring agency, nonprofit, in Pike and Wayne County. So without us, where are these people going to go for help?
I noticed going into Milford, there's a huge billboard that says 22% of students do not get their diplomas. And that upset me so much. And I've met some of those students, and it's heartbreaking. But they're successful because they want to learn. So they come to us, and we help them because they need help.
Since January, our program has helped 10 students who have gotten tutored and did pass their GED test. Community students, and now we're able to move forward and go on with jobs and qualify for higher education.
I'm Dr. Sheikha. I'm one of the cardiologists at Pocono Medical Center in the PMC cardiovascular care system. Pocono Medical Center is in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. We offer full-service cardiovascular care, including open heart surgery, a full cardiac catheterization and electrophysiology lab. We have the busiest emergency room in Pennsylvania, actually, and we see patients throughout Monroe County, and we're going into Pike County as well. We also have a cancer center that recently opened up to serve all the cancer patients in the area, cancer being the highest cause of mortality in the area. I'd say see your physician on a regular basis, and whenever you go see them, make a list of questions before you go, because sometimes your primary doctor doesn't have an hour and a half to be answering things that come, and you don't want to call them up an hour later and say, oh, I forgot something. So please make a list of questions before you go. The other thing I'd say is never make a list of your medications. Instead, throw all those pill bottles you take on a regular basis into a bag and bring the bag with you, because you're bound to forget something, or one of your doctors is bound to change something and you forget to update that list, or you take 30 vitamin supplements and forget to write them down on the list. So make a list is not a good thing to do. Instead, just throw all the pill bottles in a bag, and your doctor will thank you as his aides are going through the list and making sure that you are on the right medicines for you. The mission of Pocono Medical Center is to take care of the patients of Monroe County and to give world-care health care at home. And that's been exemplified by the Heart and Vascular Institute that's been open for the last 5 years and treating all these cardiac care patients near their families and performing excellent care.
Thank you for joining me on today's legislative report. If you have any questions about this program or any other state-related questions, please feel free to contact me at my office at the information provided on the screen. I'm State Representative Rosemary Brown. Thank you.